I think I hit on each one, and I know I made the times on each one. And as long as they're inside of the head, basically the border of the head, I consider that good. Oh, nope, I threw one. Hey guys, welcome out to the range. I'm going to try to do this really quick because the sun is climbing on me and it's already ridiculously hot out here in the shade. Okay, this is my 7.5. You guys have already seen this gun. Specifically, the video that I want to do today is in response to a comment. What I love about always being in the comment section is people make a comment, and the comment is essentially a question, really. And the comment was regarding flash cans. Well, the comment was regarding sound. And in a previous video in the vehicle, I think that one had an A2 flash hider on it, which ironically actually works. An A2 flash hider has the same protrusion as this thing does. This is one of my comps. It has the same protrusion out of the handguard as this does. And ironically, the A2 flash hider, even though it's got the cutouts in it, and it tends to do this on recoil, what you guys don't realize is that it's not actually doing this, it's actually doing this. So in reality, it actually tends to clear the handguard, and it actually imparts a fair amount of stability to the gun, so much so that when I've done testing with a flash can versus a flash hider, just an A2 flash hider, we're talking 10 bucks. I find that I get less precession of the muzzle because I have some of that. I can't go pop pop the way I want to because I am fighting this gun somewhat. It's about as fast as I can do it and still keep those shots inside of his face. Where'd he go? I'm sacrificing stability. I'm sacrificing some stability. But what I find is the benefit that I get from having this flash can is that all of the abuse is going that way. And you guys notice in the beginning of this video, the reason I showed you two separate angles was I wanted to show you point of view, and then I wanted to show you downrange. So this is what you would be experiencing, and that's what the bad guy and anybody downrange would be experiencing. Two dramatically different muzzle signatures, wasn't it? And guys, mind you, from where I'm standing, I'm 30 yards from this massive hill that's basically the berm. And that hill reflects a fair amount of sound back at me, so if I turn this way, it's pretty bearable, isn't it? I mean, there's a fair amount of noise, but that noise is going away. And this camera, you notice the difference between me facing that way and facing that way. The flash can makes a big difference. And flash, guys, you don't have to go crazy with a flash can. A $27, I think it's called the micro flash can from KK Industries, which ironically is a fairly good approximation. It's a knockoff of my comp. It's a really nice flash can. In fact, it's the flash can that I tell people to get. The reason you can't get this flash can anymore is I was having them made in Idaho. This is probably like 2016, 2017. And they cost me $27 a piece to make. And I can't afford, I want to make sure that I say this carefully, because if somebody else in the industry is selling a flash can for less, it doesn't mean it's made in China. The point that I'm making is my options were China, or find someone in the US that I could trust with the design, because remember, this is an original design, it's my design. And this is a person that came highly recommended from a friend in the industry, so I knew I could trust this guy. So he did a great job, but it was so financially painful to be able to get this done and then to be able to sell them for profit that I said, I can't do this anymore. So I haven't repeated the order since. I'm thinking about doing a pre-sale, so we'll see. But anyways, the flash can, especially my design, dumps so much heat so fast that even when you've put a lot of rounds through it, you can actually touch that flash can and it doesn't hurt you. Like right now, it's a little warm to the touch through the glove, but it's not unbearable. So what happens is if I come in contact with it, you know, if I have like a 10-3 and it's sticking out a little further, or an 11-3, and I come in contact with it, it doesn't burn my finger, it gets uncomfortably hot and reminds me to back off. That's why I like this type of thing. Also, with a standard muzzle device, you could end up losing a fingernail if you should go slightly forward of the handguard, and someone's going to say, well, that's what hand stops are for. Yeah, but here's why I don't like hand stops. When you're doing very tight movement inside of confined spaces, the gun has to come off. You have to slide over. The gun comes up, and watch. It's this motion right here. The gun comes up, rotates, shoot, off, rotate, shoot. If you have a hand stop, you will get caught up. I'm not saying you might, I've seen it. You will get caught up on your hand stop. Or if you're trying to get your weapon to slide through a very narrow aperture, you're going to end up catching. Remember, I'm watching this. I'm not watching this. So this allows me to slide, and I've done this. This allows me to slide it through very narrow cutouts, get my shots, pull through, go to the next one, rotate over, ram it through, get the shots that I need. So that is, guys, I'm specifically choosing not to run a hand stop. This is a conscious choice on my part to not run a hand stop. So yeah, that's what I got for you guys. I hope that answers the question. I forget your name, sir, but I hope that answers the question. That's why I run a flash can as opposed to a muzzle brake or this, that, or the other. I'm trying to send all that abuse that way, because 7.5s that aren't tamed properly will abuse the snot out of you. Also, let me show you this way. Yeah, actually I need to turn that down a little bit. Yep, I need to turn it down. This is M193, PPU M193, which is really, really hot. And I need to actually dial this back. I've got an adjustable gas block in here from Superlative Arms, and I think I need to give it one click back. Because it's still tending to chuck rounds ever so slightly forward. I want them going to the 3 o'clock position or even slightly further back. These are still slightly going forward. This is a new gun. I just built this the other day. It was actually two different guns that I pulled pieces apart and reassembled because I wanted to modify my 7.5 and make it a little different animal. I'll do a video on this, but anyways, I've got to tune this. So, you know what? I'll tune it while you guys are with me. I have to pull this panel off so I can actually see. because I've got to get this wrench down past the muzzle device at an angle. All right, that's one click. Oh yeah, sweet. Now here's the deal. You want to make sure that you have enough oomph to knock back. So when you're doing this type of testing, booyah! And there you go. Gassed properly. What I was doing was making sure that it had enough oomph to lock back. If it can lock back, it has enough oomph to strip off the next round and send it home. But all I'm doing at this point is making sure muzzle device is tight. I already know the gas block is tight because there's Loctite on the screws. Everything is running properly. It's now dialed where I want it to be. When I was gassing this a couple days ago, I wanted to gas it conservatively so that if I had to pick up 223 and run it through the gun, it would run. I know it will. I'll bring some 223 out here, but I know that it will run 223 gas like this because that was only one click. So now this is actually, well, you know what? Let me, shut up. Let me try really quick while I've got you. Dude! Okay, I hope that camera's still running. Okay, I'll do this really quick. This 171 was the time on that. You guys saw earlier in the video when I was trying to get 4 hits, or consistent hits. The gun was pushing me around enough that I couldn't get on the trigger as fast as I wanted to. You just saw in real time. One click on the gas block, it tuned the gun enough that now I was actually able to run the gun at a far higher rate of speed, and I'm so bummed I didn't have this one on. Each one of these 4 targets is 10 yards away from this position. So that target was 10 yards out in front of me, and I was able to hit it with 4 consistent hits, and you heard it hit the ground. Each one of those hits I saw was between the eyes and around the nose, and one of them was around the lip. So anyways, I've kind of gone off on a trail, but like you guys have heard me say repeatedly on this channel, I am trying to bring as much information and as much truth as I can to you in the most concise fashion. Because guys, there's no time for lollygagging. America's in trouble, and they're after your guns. Okay, so with that, I'm gonna let you guys go. As always, I thank you guys for watching this video. I thank you guys for your support on sling purchases and donations to keep this channel independent. God bless you all. Get those guns out and practice. Have a good one.